This podcast contains explicit language, adult themes, graphic content, and topics that could be triggering. Listener's discretion is advised.
Dun dun!
Shit, I literally, kind of forgot how this works. It's been so fucking long.
Welcome back to our weather podcast, where we talk about cats and dogs.
Because it's raining them.
Why don't we talk about alpacas instead?
Because cats and dogs and alpacas can all be friends together.
I guess.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I feel like we all represent one of those things, so yeah.
So,
I am the alpaca. I just want to make that very clear.
No, Lindy.
Very clear. An alpaca with a very
It
long
wasn't
hair.
clear before. Thank you for clarifying.
Holy shit, guys. So, I'm just gonna real quick address, yes, we know the world's crazy, but, I don't care. I got diagnosed with COVID. I'm fine. I'm alive. I survived it.
Good.
And it's done. I'm done with it. I'm over it.
She's healthy. She
Throw
survived.
hands if you hadn't survived.
Just remember, it affects everyone differently. And,
Be safe.
goodbye.
Just
We're
fucking,
done.
That's the whole podcast.
Yep, that's today's episode. No,
What
you
the
know
fuck
what?
is up, witches?
Oh my god, we didn't even say it.
I know, I've been waiting for you the whole time.
What's
up,
witches? Jesus Christ, you can tell.
You guys, we
we
just need a
have not-
moment.
We
you
have
know?
not recorded in over 2 months. It has been
a hot minute.
so fucking long.
We've been fortunate enough to figure out a way that we had extra episodes and how to put them out. You just gotta put it out there sometimes.
Luckily, we
worked
have
out.
Lindy because she knows what
Yes.
she's doing, and me and Melissa just.
Lindy's keeping it strong. We're just her moral support.
It really worked out because I forgot to do it for 2 weeks. Because COVID, you know.
Yeah.
And
She forgot to record, and I happened to be quarantined, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, no,
And,
it didn't matter.
So we just barely released the last pre-recorded episode we had today.
So,
So,
now we're,
good
with
timing.
the times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Things are actually accurate. When this comes out, it'll
only
be,
like a week later.
Yeah, that's so wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, today, we're gonna talk about what we normally talk about.
Spooky shit.
Spooky shit. So I know we're living in a spooky time right now. But we're gonna talk about spooky shit because we want to.
But, fun spooky shit.
Yeah.
Not the
Oh,
spooky shit that gives
man.
me...
I was going
Dread.
for nightmare fuel.
Well, Nightmare Fuel is fun.
Yeah.
Good? Good.
Good.
She danced a little bit. No one saw but
A
us,
lot of
but
our
she
shit
danced.
is kind of
Yeah, I
off
wish you
the
saw
wall
my dance.
today, so it's just kind of we're relaxing, we're coming back.
It's kind of like
Next week will be more a little structured, but this week's gonna be I might tell you a story, I have to explain a couple parts, and doesn't really make sense in the end. And then there's gonna be a lot of commentary in between. And we might not even get to the end of this story.
It's never gonna end. Actually.
Listen, so this episode is just... There's no preparedness.
It's just going.
We decided the topic, the theme-ish, yesterday.
Yeah.
And we
We
kind
also
of talked about it the
decided-
other day, but not
Well, we also
fully.
decided to start recording again yesterday.
Yeah.
So we were so excited about, we're recording again that we didn't think about, hey, what are some stories, you know?
Yeah.
So,
we're gonna
just
we're just gonna talk about things that we know, and things that we know happen to be some ghost stories.
yeah.
So
It's because all my time spent at the cemetery where I don't die.
oh, shut the fuck up! You are so gonna die first in a
It's
horror
good.
movie.
we're gonna have to start a poll or something and vote.
a
who's
Twitter
good.
poll. Who's gonna die first in the horror movie?
If
Lindy,
you vote
who
against me,
seeks out the danger, or Lana and Melissa? Lana, who hides
are
the
like,
whole time.
"We go
Melissa,
away."
who goes to fight if there is. Melissa's fight or flight response is to fight. Mine is to freeze. Lindy's is to seek it out.
Yeah.
action.
Lindy's You know that whole thing where it's like, you hear the noise in the other room. Lindy's like, I want to go see what that noise is.
Okay, but before I go see what that noise is, I prepare. Okay? And if you vote against me in this Twitter poll, just know that when the time comes, you will be demon bait, and I won't feel bad.
I've already said that when the zombie apocalypse comes, I'm shooting myself in the head. I literally talked to my husband when COVID started and said, if this turns into a zombie apocalypse, I'm going to kill myself. And I want you to know, it's not because I'm... Well,
It's not because of you.
It's not because I'm suicidal, but like, I am suicidal, but like, we don't need to talk about that. It's because I am so terrified of zombies that I am not gonna deal. I don't care if zombies were here for a day and then left and we eradicated them within the same day. Nope. Not doing it. When bath salts, like, people started doing bath salts and started eating each other, I was like, I'm gonna kill myself.
I remember that.
I remember that too.
But, like, you know, for me, if a zombie apocalypse happened, you know damn well I go get a sword. Okay?
A sword?
For close range combat.
Sword.
Obby. I'd get a gun for long distance protection, and then I'd make my own community of freedom fighters who just, like, survived the zombies because we fought them off and kept them away.
You and Daisha should get together and strategize because Daisha loves zombies and zombie apocalyptic type shit. So she always says that she's gonna like strap me to her and make me survive it, and I don't want to. I want to be the first one to die.
I'm gonna be
I don't know what I would do.
I would
Daisha
cry
and
and
that.
kill myself.
So I would just go straight to Supernatural. You know that season when, like, Cass isn't an angel and then Dean's, like, in some weird alternate reality and...
He's in purgatory, not poltergeist.
It's not
No, it's the one
purgatory,
where it's like ahead in the future if Sam lets the devil go inside of him.
Yeah. And there's, like, that
Oh.
camp of people who
Yeah.
are just fighting off.
You hoard toilet paper.
That's
you
what I
hoard
would do.
toilet paper like it's gold. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, now I know what you're talking about.
That would be me in a zombie apocalypse, and I'd hate to say how much I would love that. Yes.
I'm not about that.
I
So,
am.
we're gonna talk about some ghost stories, and I don't know about y'all, but mine's not really it's fine. Because Lindy's gonna tell a story too.
Yeah, I haven't decided which one. Honestly, I got ghost stories on ghost stories, like true ghost stories, and then I could also probably pull up some, like, urban legend type ghost stories out of my head somewhere.
Just gonna ass pull that straight out of it. So I think
pull
Melissa has just
Straight
been
up.
voted to go first because Lindy's
I
not
have been
prepared.
voted
Uh,
off the island.
You've been voted off the island.
Sashay
Let me.
away.
Swim back.
Oh my
swimming.
god! I freaking love RuPaul's Drag Race. You can't even say that to me without me going into full fucking drag mode. Oh my god,
I'm so
drag queens
sorry.
are amazing. I
Not true.
love them.
I like drag queens, but I've seen like 2 episodes of RuPaul.
You know
I've
what?
never seen RuPaul's
I
Drag Race.
prefer-
You know where I got that?
What?
How I Met Your Mother. Barney says it.
You want to know
Yeah.
a funny story about drag queens and me?
Yes.
So
I was there. I know what she's gonna say.
you weren't there actually.
No? Is that not the one
No.
you're telling? Which one are you telling?
When was I with you in drag queens at the same time?
Your birthday?
Oh no, that's not what I was gonna say. So this is a story I haven't told a lot of people because for some reason I'm like super embarrassed about it.
Oh, great. Tell it on the podcast.
Yeah, let's go.
Get it all out
Um,
there.
So a couple years ago, I and a couple of my friends got to play the Equality Utah Allies Dinner.
Fuck yeah.
And for anyone who knows what that is, Equality Utah is a program that basically tries to make sure that LGBTQ rights are being respected and existing, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so every year they have this really, really fancy setup called the Allies Dinner, where it's just a fundraiser, and they get crazy amounts of performers. Like, the first year I did it, the special guest was Tyler Glenn from the Neon Trees.
Holy shit.
It was fucking cool.
Did you say the Neon Trees?
From...
You just said
Yeah.
You said Tyler Gunn from the Neon Trees. Amazing.
I was being dramatic, you know.
He is
like
from the Neon Trees.
Trees. Not just any other
Dramatic
neon trees.
effect.
The Neon Trees.
The-
Anyways, so yeah. And, like, they always have drag queens and music performers and dancers and special guest speakers and all that jazz, a whole 9 yards. It was choreographed and everything. I had to learn dance moves. It was wild. So, it's my second time at Ella's dinner. Getting all my stuff, you know, we're trying to find the dressing room. It's upstairs. There's an escalator. I'm horrified of escalators. Anyways, so,
You're
know.
scared of escalators.
Oh, I have the worst fear of escalators.
Why?
Lindy, it's
Because they're gonna
stairs.
kill me. It's moving stairs.
It's
What
stairs.
the fuck?
You could just get off.
No.
It's not even an elevator.
You don't
that
even have to
drops.
walk. You can
don't
just
understand.
go.
You don't understand how bad it scares me.
I don't.
You don't.
Why?
Like, Mads, she knows it scares me, and she'll be like, "It's okay, buddy, come here," and, like, stand right behind me, and I'm like, okay.
What is gonna happen on an escalator though?
Why
I'm
did you get
probably
this?
Like, if
gonna
it breaks
fall
down-
because they're moving.
But if it breaks down, like the worst thing's gonna happen is it's gonna stop.
Then you walk
I
up.
get really, like, motion disoriented on them, and so I feel like I'm just gonna fall, or I'm gonna get my leg stuck on the side and it's gonna, like, trip me, or stupid irrational fears like that I'm genuinely
You're
terrified
gonna
Okay,
of.
get
okay.
sucked into it.
So-
I have a question then. But what about elevators?
They don't bother me at all.
Dude, fuck
Really?
elevators. I hate elevators.
Really?
They make me
Some-
sick, and I feel like the cords are gonna snap, and then I'm gonna die.
You're like, I don't mind that shit.
I'd rather
but
be
I
dropped to my death
have a
than
fear.
fall off an escalator. Anyways,
Jesus Christ.
so anyways, we're going upstairs, okay? We have to be in costume. We have to wear specific clothes. Like, it's real fancy, okay? I put my arm on the sides of the escalators. I'm holding on for dear fucking life. We're walking up there. We find our dressing room. It's next door to the drag queen's dressing room. There is black grease from my elbow to my wrist.
What the fuck?
It was on the escalator,
Ew.
and I could not get it to wash off. So I'm walking back to the dressing rooms like, fuck, what am I gonna do? Like, Cindy, if y'all know Cindy, y'all know Cindy. Cindy's gonna, like, not Cindy, Mindy. They rhyme, it's fine. Mindy's gonna, like, throw hands if I don't look the way I'm supposed to on stage, you know? It was bright colors, nothing black, and here's my arm just, you know,
Grease.
like horrible makeup. It was bad. And I could not wash it off. Soap and water was not getting it off. Walking back
That's
to our
weird.
dressing rooms, and there's a ton of makeup remover wipes sitting outside. Okay, it was outside. It wasn't in the drag queens' dressing rooms, but I knew it was the drag queens, and it was for the drag queens. So I took one, and I used it, and it finally got the stupid grease off my arm. But I still feel like, I don't know why I was so embarrassed that I stole a baby wipe from the drag queens, but
I thought something crazy was gonna happen. Like, I thought you
This was
fell
like a
on
kind
the
of an
escalator.
act-
There's we were gonna
if
find
I
out your
fell on the
fear.
escalator, I would have been screaming.
We
I just
would've
really
found
wanna
out
know-
your fear of escalators. We would have found out the true trauma cause
Yeah.
was because the drag queen like attacked you on an escalator. I was straight
my
up
life
waiting for
goal.
something insane to happen.
I want to be attacked.
She stole a baby wipe from a drag queen.
It was a makeup remover wipe, but it's fine.
But like,
Okay,
okay.
yeah, I get
I'm getting to the bottom of this shit because this whole story, I'm just thinking Lindy's afraid of escalators.
I am.
Okay. Where did this come from, Lindy?
Are we gonna really
Honestly-
like talk about like?
No, let's get into psychology a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, did you watch like Final Destination when they had
No.
that? Okay.
Final Destination, someone dies on a fucking escalator.
A whole escalator falls
Are
apart.
you fucking kidding
Cool.
me?
Yes.
Never
Those
watching
movies
that
are
movie.
so.
Anyways,
I actually love those movies.
I used to not.
Someone's ass gets sucked into a pool.
Yeah.
Cool.
That shit actually can
Yeah,
happen.
that actually happens.
That's
though.
a nightmare. Okay.
Yeah.
Your intestines.
No
get
wonder I don't like
Everything
swimming.
they show in Final Destination can and probably actually has happened.
Oh,
1,000
never
Ways to
watching that.
Die.
Yeah, 1,000 Ways to Die.
So, anyways, I used to, when I was a kid, didn't bother me. No big deal. Then all of a sudden, like, I hadn't been on one for a while, and I went to get on one, and I couldn't, like, get myself to step on it. I kept trying to, like, you know, like when you move
steps
along
just
with a
keep
jump
moving.
rope, and you're trying to decide when's the right time to go on.
Yeah.
That was me with this escalator. And then I get on and I just felt shaky and disoriented, and I was like, God, I'm gonna fall backwards and die, or like, you know, like these stairs are moving. I feel like I'm just gonna die. And then ever since then,
So you
had a really hard
created
time.
your own irrational fear.
I do that often.
That's okay. I do that too. I wanted to know.
My irrational fear is that I'm gonna get buried alive. So like,
I actually have that fear. I work in trenches all fucking day. That's scary.
I'm knocking on wood. That's what that sound is, by the way.
But yeah.
Yep. So anyways, ghosts.
Ghosts are on escalators.
That's
A
the
haunted
other
escalator,
reason.
Lindy. Would you go on it if it was haunted though?
Yeah.
Or would you just stand at the bottom and wait for the ghost to come near you?
You know what would probably happen?
What?
Let's be real. I'd stand at the bottom trying to find that right step to go on, you know? Like, and the ghost would be like, dude, are you gonna get the fuck on or not? And I was like, I'm working on it, you know? And then the ghost would probably come up and like push me. And then I'd be like, I got killed on an escalator by a ghost.
And then you would haunt the escalator.
And
And then it would be a 2 ghost escalator.
Wow.
That's Lindy's.
That's my destiny.
That's gonna be her demise.
To be your fear and your thing that you love the most. I have a ghost story all of a sudden.
Yay!
It took
did
me-
you not before?
No.
Oh.
I had to think about it.
She straight up said that.
Oh, I wasn't
She's
fucking
like,
listening.
I'm not prepared.
I have
And
no.
then
I was not
like,
prepared.
I'm not sure which one to tell. And then you're like, well, Melissa, you're first.
Wasn't prepared.
I thought you meant that you just like.
No, I have literally
do.
was not prepared at all, and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna fucking wing it. Wing it. Wingstop.
couldn't-
Hold up. Before I tell this story, I've been really obsessed with chicken wings the past week,
Yo.
and I've ordered them almost every single night, and my body is not right at the moment.
Yo, where's the best wing place?
I right now I'm currently obsessed with Wingstop. Their Louisiana rub.
I've had them.
Yeah,
What's your favorite kind?
Louisiana rub.
Oh, okay.
Like it's a dry rub chicken wing, and it makes the skin crispy and it's good. It's good.
I'm trying to remember what kind I had.
That was
from
really
there.
random.
It was like lemon something, and it was good.
Lemon pepper.
Not to start
Probably.
another debate like last week, but
Mm.
I don't like chicken wings.
That's okay.
I prefer boneless wings.
Oh, so you like chicken nuggets?
Well, the reason why
Melissa.
I like, okay, yeah, I guess so, but I like the flavoring and seasoning
Flavored
that they
chicken
use on
nuggets.
the wings. But here's why.
Just call them chicken nuggets.
Here's why. I have this weird thing where no matter how hungry I am, if that food is messy, I lose my appetite.
Yeah.
So when I want to eat wings, I get like 1, maybe 2 down,
Mhm.
and then I'm like, well, fuck, this is too messy. I don't want to eat it anymore. But like,
Why not use a fork then or a knife?
Because you can't stab a fork through a bone.
But you can like tear it apart with 2 forks.
I'm not that skilled.
And also, that's just too much work.
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
I just want to pick it up and
I don't think there's a different taste in it, but like it's dark meat versus white meat. I used to hate bone-in chicken wings. I used to hate them, and then for some reason I got obsessed with them like last year, and I haven't gone back since.
Anything that has a bone in it that I have to pick up and eat,
Yeah.
I will not eat that.
Yeah.
Except for a drumstick, dude.
Mm-mm.
Yes.
Not even that.
Well, you got issues.
I prefer like chicken
Yeah.
wings. There's this huge debate in chicken wings, which is better when it comes to wings, the drumstick, the leg,
I was
or
like, that's not a wing. That's a
No.
leg.
it's still, you get it. It's like a little,
Drumstick shape.
it's a little drumstick shape, or it's called the flat, and that's the one that has the 2 bones in it. And that's-
Definitely for me,
flats
I
are
would say
better.
drumstick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like it's easier to eat.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
And
I
that's
just like the
important to
flats
me.
better. I don't know why.
If
They taste the same.
I have any risk of my teeth touching bone,
Yeah.
I will lose my mind.
Is it like a
I'm gonna
touching the bone thing,
Mhm.
like the texture of the? I get that. I totally get
I
that.
have
That's
a
why I
hard
used to hate
time-
them.
I have a hard time with chicken on the bone when you get that like really chewy right around the bone part.
Yeah.
gristle?
If
Yeah.
that's what it's called,
Yeah.
yeah. I have a hard time with that.
I can eat fat on bones as long as it's like burnt bit fat and it's crispy. Then I can eat it.
I gotta
Yeah.
have crispy.
It's got to be crispy.
Crispy.
Crispy. But I'm like obsessed with barbecue. Oh my Jesus. I take that shit seriously. I eat in a bathtub and wash myself off after.
Dude, I never
love
thought
barbecue.
about doing that. That's kind of smart.
Yeah, you have to be naked for that shit though.
There I was, barbecue sauce on my titties.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, I got my ghost story. I'm ready. I've prepped it and thought about it this whole time.
Let's
We're
ghost
good.
these
Chicken wings
motherfuckers.
now. Ghosts.
Ghost. Okay. This is, people have probably heard it. It's not a true story. Let's think of it as, okay, we're in a hospital. Ready? Setting. Hospital. Creepy. We're in the
Smells
morgue
weird.
of the hospital.
Smells weird.
Yeah,
Weird
you get
smell
that chemically
hospitals.
smell. Oh, I hate that. I hate that hospital smell. It makes me sick.
When I went to visit Timber when she had my sweet baby nephew,
Yeah.
I was like, I hate this. It smells so weird.
Ooh, yeah. I don't
I
like
hate
it.
hospitals.
Oh, especially dentist gloves. Ooh.
Ugh.
Anyways. Okay. Doctor down in the morgue. Whatever. Is coming to the elevator. Not an escalator, elevator.
Not scary, but okay.
Yeah, no, not scary. He's walking to it, whatever. He gets in. There's another lady in there. And the elevator doors haven't quite closed yet. And then all of a sudden, another lady comes around the corner. Like, it's like a long hallway. And there's an elevator at the end. And he looks down the hallway, and then he panics and when he sees this lady and starts pushing the buttons closed. The closed door buttons on the elevator. And he's like, he turns to the other lady and he's like, did you see her? And, where am I? Okay, and
Is this other lady in the elevator like a nurse? Or is she just like some guy?
she's just some gal.
Probably a demon.
Some
So I'm-
some
that's
some
what
She's
lady.
just
I'm
some
getting.
lady, you know? She looks like a patient. Let's call her a patient. Maybe
Why is
she's
she in the
walking
morgue?
around. Maybe she just got off on the wrong floor.
Oh, okay.
She was already on the elevator when the doctor got there. So
Okay.
maybe she was just like, oh, this is the wrong floor. Whatever.
I feel like they should have like a key that's like a ticket to the morgue. Not just let patients like go down to the morgue.
You can.
Are you serious?
Yes, I've been in hospitals where you can go right to the morgue.
What the
I don't
fuck?
like it.
I'm upset. I don't like that. Well, I
Um,
guess students go down there.
yeah.
Still, you should have to be supervised.
I mean, cadaver labs are in freaking schools. But
Oh,
anyway,
shoot. I know I didn't like school for a reason.
not in colleges and stuff.
Yeah, I know,
And
that's why
very
we go.
few of them have them though. You
Yeah,
actually have to
well,
go to a specific place.
That's why
Like
we go.
Slick doesn't have one. USU does have one. Anyways, back to the story. Long hallway. He sees a lady, panics, buttons, pushing the buttons, and he turns to the lady. Did you see that? You know, did you see her? And she's like, what's wrong with her? Why didn't you just like let her on? And he's like, because she had this red band name tag on her wrist. That means she's dead.
Oh, zombies!
Nice.
Yeah.
No.
And then the lady turns to him and she lifts up her wrist. She's like this.
Ugh.
The end. Done.
Oh, zombies.
Okay.
That's why I don't like hospitals.
I'm upset
You know what? You know why I don't like hospitals?
because there's zombies.
Well, probably, but I watched a lot of Ghost Whisper as a child. Okay, and anytime Melinda goes into a hospital, there's like 50 ghosts per room.
Ugh.
And they're all horrifying looking. And so now every time I go in the hospital, I just like, oh god, there's gonna be a ghost around this corner. He's gonna have like his mouth stitched up or something. Like,
Why
And
though?
horrifying
Why
things
is
like
that a thing? Like in movies and stuff that are just like, we're gonna
Just to
sew
make
your
it
mouth shut.
spooky.
It's spooky.
just to make it spooky. Well, I think like, don't they actually close your mouth if you have like jaw surgery or some shit like
Well,
that?
okay. Here's a fun thing about
They don't
Morticians.
stitch it, though.
So when you die, they actually do sew your mouth shut.
Yeah.
So but they don't sew your lips shut. They sew. I'm gonna do a an actual demonstration, but like y'all can't see, but these two can. So they take a needle
Okay.
and they shove it down your lip, your
Mhm.
bottom lip,
Disturbing.
and then they shove it through under your gums right
Okay.
here,
Okay.
and then they go through and they pop it back up, and then they go through up here, and they go through the back of your nose,
Ew.
up through your cartilage, down, back down through your lip, and then they tie it shut.
Well,
Yeah.
That's so
besides
that-
it. I'm
That's
never
so
dying.
when at funerals,
Just get cremated.
when you're dead, usually you look like this. So,
Cause rigor
I wish
mortis.
you guys could have seen that. Jesus Christ.
so usually they because rigor mortis and stuff, and when you're dead, you don't have the muscle control for your jaw, or your eyelids, or anything. So they'll sew your eyelids shut and your jaw shut.
Yeah.
So that's probably where the movies got it. They just made it more dramatic.
Yeah,
Yeah. Also, you guys want to know something really weird about dead bodies and rigor mortis?
Maybe.
they shit
What-
themselves. Is that what
they can sit up,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
knew
and that freaks people out.
Yeah,
And they
figured
think,
that
oh, it's
too.
haunted. No, it's just a body twitch thing.
Twitch.
Okay, but imagine that you're in a morgue.
I'm
you're
sure
just
morticians.
chilling,
I'm sure
and
they're
then all of
used
a
to
sudden,
it.
George Henderson over there, 50 years old, died of a heart attack, just sits up.
Yeah, but they like shoot up too. They're like,
Yeah.
Dude, what if the dead body just like, well, I feel much better now, and just gets up, like
leaves.
It's like, well,
Nice.
thank you, Susan.
Thank you for that cleaning.
You did my makeup and everything.
Love me some
I
formaldehyde.
look fabulous.
So here's the
This
thing.
is why you just get cremated.
Here's another thing about like when the whole funeral business, first of all, is a fucking ripoff.
Yeah.
Why do I have to pay that much money to die?
You don't. Your family.
You're
does.
dead.
Well, I can die for free, so why do they have to?
Why do you
Sometimes-
think you have life insurance? That
Sometimes-
life insurance goes.
Sometimes
you do.
can't die for free. Cancer patients don't die for free.
Yeah.
They
Not in
could.
America, anyway.
They could.
They could if they didn't go get treatment.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's an attempt to not die.
Yeah, but they still didn't
That's
die
what
for
they're
free.
paying
They
for. Is
still
the
paid so
attempt to
much.
not die.
So anyway, here I was gonna say, what, fuck.
Yep.
Yeah. So, funerals are a scam.
Yes.
So, also, the, like, preservation of bodies for, like, viewings and stuff is so horrible for the environment.
yes.
They pump your body, they take out all your blood, and then they pump you full of fucking formaldehyde, and that is one of the worst chemicals. Like, it's insanity. And it's just like, listen.
And then they
I
put you in a
personally-
metal box.
Yeah, and then they put you in another box in the ground.
In concrete.
In concrete! So you can't decay?
That's the point.
No!
It's because people all of a sudden were like, oh, I'm scared of worms eating my body. You're gonna be dead. It doesn't matter.
Burn me, bitch!
Yeah, burn me.
When I die, I'm going to be cremated, and if I'm not, I will become a poltergeist.
My dad is
I
still
agree.
trying to convince my family that he's going to be taxidermied
No.
to put at the end of my mom's bed.
Absolutely.
And I was like,
It's
Dad,
so fucked up.
that is not happening.
Here's
and he
the-
was like, I'm gonna put it in my will so you have to. I was like, you're gonna be dead. You can't stop me. and then he was like, I'm gonna haunt you forever. And I was like, I don't care. You're not gonna be a statue at the end of mom's bed.
You're just like, come haunt me, bitch. I like ghosts.
Let's go.
Oh, here's another thing. So if you guys want to know where I got all these fun facts,
I do.
it's a YouTube channel, and it's Ask a Mortician.
Yeah.
So, in other countries and stuff, they don't bury the body for like months.
I
They
want
just
a
let it-
Viking
they-
death.
They change the
Me too.
clothes on the body. They let it chill in the living room, and I'm
What?
like,
There's people that go
I'm sorry,
and
but I don't want no weekend at Bernie's
unbury.
shit.
yeah, no,
There's there's in some countries people go and unbury their dead loved ones and change their clothes and then bury them again.
So
What
here's the
the
thing about that.
Dead
Um,
are very precious to people.
I understand wanting to honor the dead, and, you know, I have had very close ones to me die, and it's very hard for me. But when I'm at a funeral, I literally do not understand. It's so common, like, even my mom, like, when my grandpa passed away, it was really hard for her to say goodbye to her dad, but she needed that closure of seeing the body, and I cannot look.
Viewings horrify me.
Viewings are horrifying to me.
Same.
I do not want to remember that person because they don't look the same. Their face is all sunken in. Their skin looks weird.
I don't want
That
to
is
remember
not
them.
how I want to remember them.
Yeah.
I don't need that closure to remember that they're passed away. I don't need to remember them dead.
Like,
I want to remember them alive and well. I know that they're gone, and I don't need that
Yeah.
air quotes closure, because my closure is knowing that they're passed on and at peace.
Yeah.
I don't need to see them dead.
Yeah.
see, like, I get that because
I'm the same way.
horrified of viewings. I think the ceremonies are great, and like, you know, you get up there and like reminisce on the good things of
Yeah.
life with them and all this stuff. That's cool, but I don't want to necessarily look at them.
You know what I do not understand with any fucking funeral I've ever been to? I don't know if it's an LDS thing with my family. I don't know if it's an American thing. Why the fuck are you taking pictures with the casket?
People
Why
do
are you
that?
taking my entire fucking family? When my grandpa passed away, when my Aunt Lucy passed away, so many of them were taking pictures with the casket and with the body.
I've never seen
Really?
anyone
I
in
don't
my
think-
family do
I don't
that
think my
before.
family's
Okay,
done
then
that.
it's just my fucking weird. Okay, listen, that side of the family, if you listen to this podcast, go away. I don't like you. You know, you weren't invited to my wedding for a reason, okay? I don't care if you come at me. You can yell at me, I don't care. Because, like, you told me I was going to hell, I don't care. Why are you taking pictures with my dead family? That's so creepy. What the hell is wrong with you?
It's
And
that's
then
another
there's
way of like
pictures-
trying to
There's
remember.
pictures of them. They're like, everyone gather around the casket for
Whoa.
a picture. And it's like, what is going through your tiny brains that makes you think this makes sense?
Yeah.
The only like
If you're gonna take pictures because the entire family is there for this sad event, take it away from the casket.
Yeah.
Take it at the luncheon that happens. Take it at like the house that we all go to afterwards. Like, why are we taking pictures at the gravesite in front of the cats? What is going on? Okay,
I've seen like
what the hell?
I've seen pictures of like people putting roses on their
Yeah.
casket before it gets buried, but it's not specifically like let's take a picture with the casket.
No,
You know?
like, okay, even when my stepmom's mom passed away, they took pictures in front of the casket.
Huh.
And I'm like, what are you guys
Okay,
doing?
but like this to me, I think phones, just like at a wedding ceremony.
Get your fucking... Sorry.
Yeah, keep your phones. That's why do you want your phone out on a day that you're technically supposed to be remembering and getting closure on with somebody like that? Like, get your phone away.
Well,
Don't take videos. Don't take pictures. Just keep it away.
here's one thing. At my grandpa's funeral, he was a veteran, so they did a 21 gun salute.
Yeah.
So we recorded video of that, and then at my aunt's funeral, I sang one of her songs that she loved at the funeral.
Yeah.
So I understand those things being recorded.
Yeah.
But I do not understand why people take pictures and video of everyone around the casket.
Yeah.
I don't understand. I don't like I see pictures all the time that's like rest in peace grandpa, and then they're all smiling around
that's weird.
the casket.
Why
Like,
would you want to smile?
why
If you
would
think
you want
about
to
it, like-
smile? Why would you want to remember this day?
Think about how morbid that would be to somebody in the future. Like they just come across this picture, and it's this whole family creepily smiling around this dead body.
I see it all
Okay,
the time
but,
on
like,
Facebook. I'm like, what the fuck?
This
I don't
is
see
not
that.
a new thing, you guys.
Well,
I
no,
know,
I know,
but,
but
like-
it just freaks me out just
I
as
know,
much.
but like think about it even this is even weirder.
That's
People
true.
used to pose their dead loved ones
Pictures.
for pictures when they
Yeah.
looked alive.
Yeah,
And you can tell they're dead. You can tell they're dead compared to everyone else in the picture.
yeah, that's true.
don't
That's
Why
really
is this
creepy.
a thing?
Can we all just make an agreement as a podcast that if someone close to us dies, we will not smile and take pictures around the casket and
Yeah.
their dead body?
If someone does that to me, I'm gonna haunt the shit out of them.
If I die, well, when I die, not if,
If.
I better die.
I'm immortal.
I better not be immortal. I will be so mad. I do not want to be immortal. If I have to live forever, I'm going to be pissed. Anyway, when I die, if there is any person that decides that they're going to take, first of all, I'm going to get cremated.
Yeah.
And if I don't get cremated, I will turn into a poltergeist. I don't care. I
Same.
will haunt everyone. You
Same.
better cremate me. First of all, it's the cheapest option. Second of all, put me in a locket and fucking carry me around with you. Let me travel with you. I don't care. Spread me around a field. Fucking do something better for the environment. Don't
Yeah.
embalm me.
Only if you promise not to haunt me.
Well, I'll be
Because, you know,
burned.
that is how people get fucking haunted.
Well, I'll be burned.
Your soul is burned. Not burned, but moved on once you burn
okay,
somebody.
salt and burn me.
Okay,
Salt and burn me.
Salt and burn me.
I feel better about it.
All right.
I'm-
That's all I ask.
Yeah.
Do not. You can take pictures of my urn. That's fine.
I don't know. I feel like it's the same thing.
But not like on the day of my funeral. But like if you have me like in a nice vase on your piano,
And you're taking a picture
and
of
you're
the
taking
piano.
pictures of the piano, and I happen to be there, that's fine.
Me and Natalie made a pact that whoever dies first the other person
Oh my
is
god.
going to pour a shot for both of us and take a shot, and it's gonna be we're calling it death shot.
Yep.
Okay. Anyways, and yeah, we're gonna like leave it like. Okay, I don't know how much about magic y'all know, but sometimes people have altars to talk
Yes.
to their ancestors or spirit guides or whatever, and like you can leave offerings like water, a little food, whatever. And so that's what we're gonna do with our death shot, and we're gonna take one last shot together, and
Oh,
then
it's so cute.
yeah,
I don't drink, but like I love that.
yeah.
Ouch.
Who's number 2 for ghost stories?
Okay,
I say you, because mine's not very good.
Okay, but which one should I tell?
just tell one.
Tell your favorite one.
Eeny, meeny, miny,
Well, should
mo.
I tell like
Here,
real,
I got a
real
penny.
life,
Flip
like,
it.
Spooky, like real life, fake life.
Doesn't matter.
Melissa told a fake one.
So should I tell a real one?
Tell a real one.
Okay.
Yeah. Just
Now,
do
I
whatever-
the
do you,
voice in my
boo.
Vent? Do I do the poltergeist at MJ's house or the demon at Natalie's house?
Flip a coin. I'll do it.
Okay, whatever. This side is ghost in my vent. This side will be poltergeist at MJ's.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Head.
Poltergeist at MJ's. Okay.
Let's
So-
do it.
So, growing up, I played a lot of softball, and I had this friend. Her name is Michaela, and we would have sleepovers a lot. And her house was just holy shit, man, like crazy haunted. And at first, like, she would always tell me stories about it, and I'd be like, oh, well, you know, it's probably just something else, whatever. And then one night, I'm over there having a sleepover. At this point of the night, her parents are asleep, her brother's asleep, downstairs, her sister's at a friend's house. We're the only ones awake in the house, okay? And, we're just hanging out, whatever, and we're sitting on her bed talking, okay? I'm sitting at the end of her bed, she's sitting at the top of her bed, and, the top of her bed was, like, up against the wall, and then there was a little bit of space behind the end of the bed. So we're sitting there talking, and all of a sudden you just hear footsteps running across the carpet. You just hear, like... I don't know if that picked up.
It was
that
like
was
a
a
pitter patter.
Okay.
Yeah, and
like-
so, like...
Hold on.
But on the carpet.
Really quick. If I ever hear a child do that, they're getting punted.
Punted.
Anyways, so we're sitting there and we're like, what the fuck? Was that the cat? And we look back. Cat's not there, not in the room. And all of a sudden there's this poster on her wall and it just goes, shh.
Nope.
And it was just like a small tear,
Nope.
but it was right after and right where we heard the footsteps.
Nope.
So then me and her are looking at each other like, the fuck just happened here?
Nope.
So we're obviously freaking out. Like, obviously. We both curl up at the top of her bed. Okay, there's a wall there. It's safe. Obviously, ghosts can't come through walls.
Absolutely not.
Of course.
So, and obviously we had blankets because...
Oh, okay, yeah, no, you're safe. If you have the blanket over your head, they can't get you.
Oh,
Yeah.
and your feet have to be tucked in though.
Oh,
yeah,
they were.
like this.
Dude,
Yeah.
everything except for my face was covered. And so,
Okay.
we're sitting there talking. You know, we're
As long as you're
relaxing a
not
little bit.
facing away from each other, you gotta be facing each other.
No, we were right next to each other. Like how we're sitting right now.
Okay.
That's how we were.
That's fine then.
And, so we're sitting there, we're starting to relax a little bit. It's been a minute, it's been quiet. And we're just talking. And we start talking about poltergeists. And I say something about, oh yeah, well, poltergeists like to play pranks on people. The
No.
second I say that,
No.
her whole headboard, okay, it was solid wood up against the wall, starts to vibrate really hard.
No.
Like somebody, and like, we even tried shaking it ourselves to see if we could get it to move the way it did. No,
No.
we could not. It, like, we couldn't even budge it just shaking it ourselves. This whole thing, it was like the whole bed just shook and like straight up just vibrated really fast, like somebody was just grabbing it and just shaking it back and forth
like
really
shaken
hard.
baby syndrome, but a headboard.
Except it was solid wood that we could barely move, okay? So that happens, and we just stop talking, and we look at each other. The cat's laying down in between us, and I'm just like, was that you? I was like, no, was it you? No? Was it the cat? was like, the cat can't fucking move the bed like that.
The
And
cat
so-
has psychic powers and can do whatever the fuck it wants.
The
So
cat's
we're
just
like, what the fuck? And freaking out big time now.
Mhm.
She's like, there's no way my brother could have done that. I was like, no shit, there's a wall there. Humans definitely can't walk through it. You know, like we're freaking out. We're trying to figure this shit out. And we're sitting there trying to shake the bed, see if we can move it the same way it moved. No look at all. So obviously for the rest of the night, we're panicked. We're scared. Everybody else is asleep, and we're sitting here like, there's a ghost in this motherfucking house. We gonna die, you know? And so we obviously hide under blankets, because that's where you're safe.
Yeah.
For sure.
And MJ's family was Catholic. So for some reason, we decided that the Febreze bottle by MJ's bed was holy water.
Okay.
So we had to go to the bathroom. We were scared to get up. So we made this deal. We'll grab the holy water. We'll still wrap ourselves in blankets like ponchos, you know. And spray holy water, run to the bathroom. One person will stand out with the holy water while the other person goes, and then switch. Okay?
Oh, being in that hallway alone.
It was like, I would be in the bathroom.
Also a horribly small hallway. Like, very, very short hallway.
No.
And at one end was her door, and at the other end was her parents' closed door. So, like, it was a
That's
very
why you
short-
just go in the
short
bathroom and
hallway.
sit in the tub.
Nah.
Just turn around.
I'm
But,
not about peeing in other places where people are.
But, anyways, so
Unless it,
We run
I'm
out.
dying.
we go to the bathroom. We go back into her room. She's got this, like, little table set up next to her bed. And there was some rubber duckies lined up, and they were all, like, different rubber duckies. It was a thing that they used to get when they'd go visit her sister's college stuff. And, so there's all these rubber duckies, and she's got, like, a lamp. All the rubber duckies are lined up facing forward, right? When we come back from the bathroom, they're all facing different directions.
No.
And we're like, what the fuck? Like, that's not something the cat can do, you know?
Don't fuck with the rubber duckies, dude.
So, at that point, we're like, what the fuck? And, anytime we had to leave the room, we come back, the rubber duckies would be in a different spot.
That's
Like, they'd be
freaking weird.
facing a different direction, they'd be moved over on the table, whatever. It was always different. So, finally, it was pretty late at night, we finally fell asleep, whatever, you know. Wrapped up in our blankets, holy water clutched in hand. And by
Febreze.
holy water, I mean
Febreze.
Febreze. And so, next morning, wake up. Both her parents are at work. Her sister's gone. Her brother's gone. We're the only ones there. We get up, walk into the front room, turn on the TV, literally start watching Scooby-Doo. And we're like, cool, you know, cool. Y'all, I'm kind of hungry. Let's get some food. So, the way her house is set up, you got the front room, and there's, like, no wall separation or anything. It just changes from, like, carpet to tile type of thing.
Mhm.
There's your kitchen. You got a table, counter, and then on the side is the garage door. And when you walk into the garage door, if you turn, like, directly from the garage door, there's the stairs, okay? So it's, like, a pretty open room. Stairs are right next to the garage door, or you just walk into the kitchen. So MJ gets up to grab food. I'm sitting on the couch. And she's like, oh, look, my dad forgot to lock the garage door when he went to work. Locks the door, grabs food, sit down. We sit there watching Scooby-Doo.
Amazing.
All of a sudden,
Scooby-Doo.
you hear this noise coming from the basement.
No.
And it literally sounds like somebody took a piece of, like, thin metal and was just hitting it against the washing machine.
What the fuck?
That's what it sounded like. And she, like, jumps up and she's like, that's the noise I tell you about. That's the one I always hear. And I'm like, what the fuck? Sounds like something's just hitting the washing machine.
Hold
she's
on.
like, I know. What?
Was the washing machine on?
No.
Okay.
It
I was
not.
like,
No, it wasn't like when you have something heavy in the washing
Where it's
machine.
like,
No, it literally sounded like metal to metal, just boom. And the washing machine wasn't on.
Was the dryer on?
No.
Okay.
So, we, out of instinct, run into her room. And we're like, what the fuck? Being the softball players we were, we grabbed bats.
Of course.
Okay. And then we had something to throw. Like, I think I had a remote, a TV remote, and I think she had a stick of deodorant. And we're like,
Dangerous.
we slowly were like, okay. We grabbed my iPod, because that's the era it was. Start recording. Okay. We walk out there. And we are genuinely terrified that there is a monster or that somebody broke into the house. So I've got a bat. I've got something to throw. We're recording this. We walk out there, and I sit at one end. I sit at the end of the stairs, and she goes around, and is on the other end by the garage door. And she's like looking down there, trying to see like if there's an animal down there, even though an animal couldn't make that noise, you know. And looks over. The garage door's unlocked. And she goes, "What the fuck? Like, you watched me lock that earlier." And I was like, "Yeah, I did." So obviously we're freaking out. She locks it again. We run back into her room. And we're like, "What do we do? Did somebody break into the house? Like, what's going on?"
That's even
Like,
scarier.
yeah, so we're sitting there like, there's either a psychotic demon or somebody broke into the house. What do we do?
Oh god. I just got full body fucking chills.
So we're sitting there totally figuring out, trying to come up with a plan. And so finally we're like, well, let's get the dog out of the backyard. And if he starts barking like crazy, we know there's a person down there. So we get the dog, let the dog in. I don't know, I guess he just like has this obsession with downstairs, so he goes downstairs. We go outside to try and see if any of the windows are opened or, you know, broke or whatever. Walking around, dog's walking around the basement, not barking. So we're like, okay, well, is there a person in here? Like, what's going on? So we decide, like, let's pretend to leave. And so we go inside the house, make a phone call, whatever. But anyways, so we let the dog in and we go outside. The garage door is unlocked again.
Nope.
And we're
Nope.
still, like, every once in a while, you still hear this metal to metal just, like, pounding. Like, someone's just smacking this washing machine. And we got out of there. We freaked out. We pretended to leave, and then we didn't leave and just, like, walked around outside. And then we decided to pretend like we were robbers breaking. Yeah, that's not part of the ghost part, though. Like, there was fucking something in there, okay? Kept moving stuff, and then every time after that was one of the first couple times that we had actually spent the night at her house. But anytime we had a sleepover at her house after that, without fail, something happened. Whether we heard footsteps running across an empty hallway, things moved. One time we went up there and there was 5 of us at the time from my softball team. We all went upstairs to get a drink and go to the bathroom, and one of the doors in their hallway was shut, but it was moving like somebody was trying to open it, but they weren't turning the doorknob.
Oh god, I hate that with every part of my being. Like, they're just, like, shaking the door.
Yeah, but it was really slow. It was really slow, like somebody was just going like, boom, boom, boom. Like they were just trying to open it without turning the handle.
Okay, to be fair, in my old house, my door used to do that if my window was open.
Yeah, my house used to do that too. That's a draft thing.
I don't know. It was weird, but like
Still terrifying.
Yeah, it's fucking horrifying
horrifying.
till you know what it is.
It was something like that every time. Something happened.
Not about that way.
Footsteps, things moving, stuff like that. Every single time we had a sleepover at that house, something happened.
Not about it.
It was
Yeah.
You know whose house was like that?
Who?
Melissa's.
Really?
Every time I went to fucking sleep over at her house until I was in, like, high school or junior high, she had a demon living in her house. I swear to God. I actually think it was your uncle, but he used to terrify me.
I don't think he was there for quite a while. I think he left.
There was something
one time.
there. There was something there. Because I left
I
Melissa's
think it was
house
just bad energy from my parents.
At 3 in the morning, like, every time I slept over at her house. To the point where I wasn't allowed to sleep over at her house anymore because her mom got annoyed that I left in the middle of the night. Like, there was some bad juju in that house. I don't know what the hell it was.
I don't think it was a ghost. I think it was just my parents
No.
being horrible people.
It was
And you could feel the energy.
It was bad. I lived in an abusive household, okay? I know what that feels like. That was not what that was. Unless they murdered someone in your house.
I don't know.
It was not... Ugh.
I mean, I got scared of my house once in a while, but it wasn't like... I think it was just my normal scared, but then there's a few times I was scared when I moved into the basement.
I've been genuinely
See,
scared of this
I didn't
house
feel
once.
safe in your house until you moved
Twice.
into the basement. I don't know what the fuck that was. But, like, when you had your room in the basement, I was like, yeah, this is great.
Yeah.
I slept just dandy in that room.
Maybe it's because it was colder.
Dude,
No!
I don't know. I have always had reoccurring nightmares in my in that house of my house. So I don't know if I got used to it, but there was a few times when I was in the basement where it just like freaked me out.
If I was alone in the basement, I'd get freaked out. But
and it was only when I was alone that I would get freaked out.
no, that house.
I've only ever been genuinely scared in this house for paranormal reasons twice.
Yeah.
And one of them, I was convinced it was attached to the person, not my house.
Who?
Take a guess. It was MJ.
Oh my.
We saw a shadow
God.
person.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not shitting you. My whole softball team was there. We saw a shadow person.
In your house?
Yes.
What is following that girl around?
Dude, I don't know, but we were all pretty convinced it was attached to her and that it came from the house that she lived in.
Well, yeah. Well, first of all, your house is pretty new, considering.
Yeah.
And you've lived here your entire life. So,
See, that's
the fact
weird
that
thing.
it just came out of nowhere.
Yeah, no, it came up behind her. That's why we were like, it's
Yeah.
Nope.
But my house,
Nope.
my house was brand new. Like we moved into it, brand new house.
Yeah, that's why I think it was like your uncle invited it in or something.
That's very likely.
Because your uncle was there, and he was a ghost.
Yeah, he was there, and he might have just been staying there.
Well, also, you
just
said
because he got confused.
You said that there was a negative energy from your parents, and sometimes negative energy will attract negative entities.
And I
right?
don't believe I mean I do believe that. I mean
She doesn't believe it's her uncle.
yeah, I don't
believe
believe it
What if
because
he stayed to protect you though?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I was freaked out, and I just know that house in general I didn't like anymore after a very long time because of the bad energy I got.
Yeah, dude. That house had bad energy.
Yeah, and any time I'm around any place where I've lived where both my parents have been, I get bad energy. So,
Yeah, dude. That's no.
still to this day, and that's
Yeah.
why I live on my
Just
own.
At my house, it's just been that time we saw the shadow figure behind MJ, and then that.
Yeah,
time
but
that
you have
guy
a
stopped
demon
me.
fucking following you.
Well, not guaranteed. We haven't figured that one out yet.
There may or may not be a demon in Lindy's room.
Well, no. Here's the thing that throws
It's
me
her
off.
sleep paralysis demon.
Here's the thing that throws me off. It was like every couple months I'll have a weird dream about it, and then like 1 or 2 weird things will happen, and then it just dead silence. So
That's
like
a movie.
I fucking hate that movie.
I know you do.
Fucking hate that movie.
So, like-
Oh my god, and I got gifted it as a child
Yeah, I know.
from
The reason that I have ever watched ever watched horror movies was because Melissa.
I never started watching them. Well,
That's a goddamn
no,
lie.
I never started watching them till like the end of elementary because of friends who had them
Ugh.
and watched them. And I love horror movies to this day. I
Mhm.
love them.
I'm
Nope.
right there with you.
I don't.
They're
I
my
like
my jam and jelly, you know.
What the
My jam and juice.
It's jam and juice.
My ass juice. I don't know. It's fucking
You
great.
got ass juice.
Ass
You got
juice!
problems.
I
Actual
love
scream.
horror movies. They're just it's my thing. Any type, even if they're just super cheesy, gory movies. I fucking
can
love them.
handle
I'm with you.
thrillers. I cannot handle like if it's I don't know what's a horror movie. The one about the
Poltergeist?
demon.
Insidious.
Insidious. I cannot watch those movies.
Dude, those are some of my favorite,
That's actually my favorite franchise of movies.
like
I
modern
can't-
franchise of horror movies. Insidious is the best.
Yeah,
I
love
can't watch. I
Insidious.
can't watch movies that are like Insidious or Insidious, like Cabin in the Woods. No, not
That's
about it.
okay.
I love The Conjuring as well.
Nope. Can't
Oh, I
watch those.
love The Conjuring. I hate the first Annabelle movie, but I love the rest of them.
I want to say I've only seen the first Annabelle movie.
The other ones are better.
The only time I can ever watch those movies is if I'm watching them with people who don't care when I talk. Because I talk during movies. I'm that guy that everybody hates. That's
Dude,
me.
let's just start watching
But-
horror movies.
The only time I can watch those is if someone will make jokes with me
Yeah.
Dude,
during
I
them, so
will.
I won't be scared. Otherwise, I'm like, I'm scared. Can't do it.
I can
In the
talk
theater-
through any other movie, but I can't talk. I can't talk in a theater. Oh my
No,
god.
if I'm watching a horror movie in a theater, I will talk. I don't care.
Yeah. Well, don't watch it in the theater then.
Don't take me to a horror movie.
I wouldn't. I know. I have never, ever since you said you hated it, I've never tried to make you watch one.
No, but you know who has? Everybody else who likes horror movies in my life. I swear to God. They're like,
Yeah.
just watch it. And I'm like, no.
You were the one that took me to.
The Quiet Place doesn't count.
Oh, okay.
It's aliens.
That's, yeah.
True. Good point.
And also, I don't think that counts as a horror movie. It's not.
I don't
I
think
think
That's more
it
of a-
counts as a
It's
horror
more
movie.
of a thriller to me.
Yeah, you.
Things that are like, I don't know. I can watch thrillers. I cannot watch horror.
You can watch suspenseful movies.
Yes, suspenseful and thriller. That is fine.
Yeah.
So, do you have any ghost stories, Lana?
Oh boy. So I grew
Give
up.
us the kicker.
I grew up in a haunted house.
I want to go there.
No, you don't.
Sure do.
Oh.
So my, first of all, I actually technically grew up in 2 haunted houses. So I'm just gonna tell a bunch of little stories that I have, because I don't have like a big, oh my god, like scary thing.
Yeah,
'Cause
do it to
I
him.
just don't. So, in my family, there's a thing. I don't know why my family has it, but we do. So, my aunt, my mom, my brother, and me, we all have this thing where ghosts really like us, and I don't know what it is.
Maybe
they
you're
really
a
do.
medium and you just don't know it.
I do know that I'm an empath, and I don't know if I'm a psychic or whatever the fuck it's called, but
Being an empath would suck.
empath is one of the worst things. Like,
Yeah.
I really love it because I'm able to connect with people like that. I'm able to weed out the bad guys, like my best friend's ex, who called that in 10 seconds me.
Yeah, as
Anyway.
soon as you said something to me, I was like,
You
ooh.
were blinded by her ex before.
Yeah, but I also, when I first met him, absolutely hated him.
Yeah.
Which is wild, because you guys were best buds for a while.
Yeah,
And
I
then
absolutely
He showed his true colors of piece of
fucking
shit.
hated him. I hated his guts until Timber actually sat us down in my house. I told him, you need to get the fuck out of my house. I fucking hate you. I hate when you're here. I never want to see you. You're the worst and I fucking hate you. Timber sat us down and he was like, I love you both and you need to get along. And
Wait.
so I tried. Every time I've ever kept someone in my life that I hated, it was because I love Timber so much.
We love you.
We had this
Timber.
conversation today, so like she knows.
Yeah.
Her exes,
Suck.
trash.
Yes.
Anyway, so basically in my family, I don't know what it is, but me, my aunt, me and my brother especially my brother, and especially me, because I have such bad anxiety, they're, especially the bad ones, are fucking drawn to me, and I'm like, can you
Wait.
get the fuck out?
Does anxiety draw in?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my
you
God,
when
I
you
probably do have
you
demons following
literally
me. Fuck.
girl, you just said bad energy can attract
Yeah, but
bad
I
spirits.
so
I was
basically-
and
thinking
anxiety
violence.
gives off bad
So-
energy.
I was
Bad
thinking
vibes!
violence
Bad
and
vibes!
Anger and stuff.
Well,
not
that
scared.
attracts the violent ones. So, anyway, so
It's like depression
Yeah.
that just sits on your shoulders. It basically attracts those type of spirits to
Maybe
you.
I'm just used to it then.
you might be. I got used to it. Anyway,
Some
so
people don't notice them, you know?
so growing up, when I was really little, I lived in my grandparents' house with them until I was about, I don't know.
Oh my
6?
god, you've told me so many stories about your grandparents' house. Fuck, I used to make her tell me them. I was like, fucking tell me these.
Does
So
anybody
I'm
in your
so-
family still own that house?
No, I was literally just about to say they sold this house
Do you think it's
like
for sale again?
3 years ago.
Do you think it's for sale again?
Yeah, I doubt it.
Can we find out?
We can find out if you
I
want.
don't know,
I'd
but
buy
I
it
used
if
to
it
force Lana to tell me this
So-
fucking shit when we were playing pet shops and shit.
Yeah, it's true.
So, like, bitch, tell me.
In this house, there was this bedroom, and it's a 3-bedroom house, and it has an attic. Like, it's this really old, like, it's actually such a cute house. Every time I drive past it, I'm like, oh, I miss that house. I don't miss living in that house. I miss being near that house because it has good memories, but it also has bad memories. So in this house, it's a 3-bedroom house, and you walk in and there's one bedroom straight to the right, and then there's a coat closet, and then another bedroom, and then there is you walk through, there's a living room and a kitchen, and then you walk through more, there's a laundry room and another kitchen, and another living room, and then my grandparents' bedroom. And so, you don't really need to know the layout, but I felt like, why not? I like house hunters, why not?
And I love it.
So, this middle bedroom.
Does it have shiplap?
No. Fuck. So, this middle bedroom, the old kitchen and the new kitchen were like the worst rooms to be in. I don't know why the ghosts. There were some bad fucking ghosts in this house.
Which rooms did you say?
The middle bedroom, the old kitchen, and the new kitchen. I don't know why there were two kitchens.
Maybe one was a
One was for
butler
mother
kitchen?
and
I don't
one
know.
was
Oh,
for
that
food.
actually kind of makes sense. It's a really old house. So, there were it was just bad energy in that house. There was good energy, but there was also horrible energy.
Yeah.
So, you can choose to believe me, you can choose to not believe me. I know it's real, so I don't care if you believe me or not. But, basically, in the old kitchen, every single fucking night, my grandma has this clock.
Ah! Yes, bitch! Keep going!
It's a fabric clock. It looks like, I think she made it when she was a little girl or something in high school or junior high. And it was a brown fabric. It had teddy bears and schoolhouses, and it was just this fucking clock, okay? And it was in the old kitchen, and it was against the wall. Like, you had to hang it on the wall. And this goddamn clock, without fail, I have insomnia. So does my mom. We don't sleep. We just don't. It's just not a thing that we are graced from God
Sleep?
with.
Who
It's
did
just
that?
not.
Who is she?
Sleep? I don't know her. Anyway, so this clock, I would come out of the bathroom. So my bedroom was in the attic, but I used to come downstairs and sleep with my mom because I was scared. For good reason. So every night at around 2:30 a.m., I would come down from the attic. I would go into the bathroom. I would whiz, and then I would come out. And
pee-pee.
I got to do a little tinkle. So I would come out into the old kitchen, and it would strike fucking 3 a.m. every single fucking night. I swear to God, this is true, and I'm not making this up. The goddamn clock would fly off the fucking wall at 3 a.m. every single fucking night. And it wasn't just like it would slip off the wall. No, it would fly off the wall.
Do you know
Like,
what's so
That
ironic
ghost
about that?
really fucking hated that clock.
it did, and my grandma would hang it up every single day.
Do you know what's really ironic about that?
What?
3 a.m. is the devil's hour.
It's the witching hour.
It's
I know.
because it's mocking the Holy Trinity.
Yeah, I know. 3:03, 3:33, those are the worst times to be awake. And this ghost hated this fucking clock on the wall. I don't know why. I don't know why my grandma just kept hanging it up and like not asking any questions about it. She was just like, "No, this is fine."
Literally, okay, guys, literally because of this story, my whole life, till this fucking day, I force myself to not look at my phone if I think I've woken up between 3 and 4.
Yep, same.
I force myself back to sleep. I just get a sense of the time, and I'm like, I fuck that.
She's like, "I'm not."
Or I
looking
won't look
the
at my
clock."
phone so that I don't know what time it is.
When I used to have sleepovers, if I woke up at 3 a.m., I would either bury myself in blankets, I would wake up my friend and make them stay awake with me until 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Every time. So anyway, yeah, so that's the clock. That's the shitty clock. So after I had moved out of, I had moved out of my grandparents' house. At this time, I was living with my mom and my stepdad in an apartment, in West Valley, but she used to work at the prison, which was it's in Utah County, and my grandma and grandpa's
one
house
that's
is in Lehigh.
The existing one that's right
Yeah,
now?
so the
It's
the
in
prison that
Bluffdale.
Ted Bundy was at, that's where my mom worked, which is super cool. I'll have to tell stories about that too. But anyway, so the house is in Lehigh, so she would drive me and my brother, because we went to a school in Lehigh, even though we lived in West Valley, because my mom didn't like the schools in West Valley. So she would drive us all the way to Lehigh, drop us off at my grandma's, and then go to work. And she went to work every day at 4 a.m., which is great. super. We drove from West Valley to Lehigh. She went to Bluffdale every day. Like, trooper, my mom. I love her. Jesus Christ, she's got a work ethic of a goddamn motherfucker. Anyway, so
Can't relate.
every day that we would do this, I didn't have my bedroom up in the attic anymore because I just didn't. Like, I had, well, technically I did, but I didn't have my bed in there because I lived with my mom. So, I slept on the couch in front of my grandma's bedroom in that tiny living room. And if I didn't sleep there, I don't know what it was. I think it was actually because my grandpa was there, and my grandpa, I'll explain it later, but he has a gift, and the demons don't bug my grandpa. He's a gifted one. I'm a gifted one too, but the demons like me because I have anxiety. So I would sleep on this couch in front of my grandparents' bedroom, and if I didn't sleep there, the bad boys came and tried to fuck with me.
Bad boys.
But one time, I don't know why, I was on the couch in the little living room, but I was wearing a headband. And do you remember those fucking goddamn headbands that
Girl, you had
stuck?
headbands galore.
Oh, I had so many headbands. I was that girl. Like, it was
You
great.
were a headband girl.
But you know those headbands that were like zigzagged and like stuck into your fucking hair and like
Gave
would
you
not come out?
instant facelift.
Yeah, they wouldn't come out, and then when you took them out, they ripped your hair out. They were
Yeah.
so hard to get out of your hair.
Yeah.
Those are the fucking headbands. Okay, so I had one of those in, and I was laying down, and I had one of these in because I was going to school in the morning, but like I laid back down because it was so early. This is why. So I had this headband in, and I'm laying there. My grandma is back in her bedroom. She's asleep. I'm asleep. And then I feel someone fucking rip my headband off, and I jump up. I'm like 7 at this point, or 6 or 7, because I was in kindergarten. How old are you in kindergarten?
5.
I was 6. So, someone tries to rip my headband off, and I look over, there's nobody there. My grandma's bedroom door is closed, and Tyson, my big brother, he sleeps in the other living room, on the other side of the house. The only people in that house at the time were me, Tyson, my grandma, and my grandpa. Both grandparents are asleep in their bedroom. I'm alone in the living room. Tyson's alone in the other living room. That fucking demon tried to rip my hair out, tried to scalp me, I swear to God!
I had a ghost join us in a game me and my softball team used to play. We called it the blanket game. It was like hide and seek.
That
but
already
instead
sounds
of like
bad.
normal hide and seek, the person that was seeking, and we'd split into teams and do this sometimes, and sometimes we just do like one versus everybody. But the person who was seeking had to put a blanket over their head, and then we turned off all the lights and covered up all the windows. So you couldn't
Sounds
see
like
shit.
some shit me and Melissa would pull.
Yeah, I was
Exactly.
just about to say.
It was basically like hide and seek, but you didn't have to hide. You just had to stay away from the person who couldn't see shit, and the person who couldn't see shit had to find you.
One time.
So we were
I
playing-
honestly, anytime something has been over Lana and I's head, we've probably gotten injured.
So, one time, me and Melissa and our friend Annalicia, I don't know why we were doing this. We were putting our shirts over our
Oh
head.
my Jesus. Jumping over the
Jumping
couch
over
from
the
a
couch.
trampoline
Yeah, and
onto our poof chair.
But the floor in the basement was concrete. And I tripped over the trampoline and I gave myself a concussion.
Yeah,
Wow.
Her mom was like, "What the hell are you doing?"
we were a bunch of dumbasses.
We didn't ever give each other concussions, but one time we were playing this game. We were at Whitney and Callie's house, and it was me, Whitney, Callie, and MJ, and we split 2v2 because we were playing when we played at their house. Just because of like breakable things, we would use the hallway and the living room, and that was the boundaries, right? So our like strategy when you were seeking, when you had the blanket on your head, was to have one person go check and see if anybody hid in the hallway while the other person blocked it off. So if there was somebody in the hallway, they couldn't leave, so they would get caught. And then after the person checked the hallway, that person would go into the living room while the other person kept the hallway blocked off. That way, like, it leveled the playing field to one room and not a lot of space to move, right? So we're doing this. Me and MJ on our team. Whitney and Callie are hiding. And I'm blocking off the hallway while MJ goes and looks. Okay, so I'm standing there. got my arms across it. Nobody can get in, nobody can get out without hitting me. Okay? All of a sudden, like, every time I think about it, it freaks me out because my arm, like, came forward like I was unbending it and letting somebody walk past me, but I didn't do it on purpose. You know what I mean? Like, and it didn't feel like somebody else made me do it, but my arm just, like, moved, and I felt somebody walk past me, and I thought it was Michaela, and I was like, don't worry, it's just me. So now I stand in guard to block off so nobody can get down the hallway, right? I think MJ's over in the other room looking for the twins. All of a sudden, somebody runs into the back of my arm. I start freaking out, right? I can't see anything. I don't know what's going on. I thought nobody was behind me. So Michaela's like, it's just me, it's just me, it's just me. And I'm like, you walked past me like 2 minutes ago. No, I didn't. I was like, you didn't hear me say it's okay, it's just me? No.
Nope.
I was like, what the fuck do you mean no?
Nope.
And then so we were like, time out! And I was like, we hadn't taken off the blankets yet. And I'm like, did somebody walk past me? And you hear Whitney and Callie on the other side of the room just go, no, we've been over here the whole time. Flip off my blanket. I'm like, I swear to God, guys, somebody walked past me. If it was one of you guys playing a joke on me, you need to fucking tell me. Like, and they were like, no, dude, we've been over here the whole time. And I was like, well, didn't any of you guys hear me say, don't worry, it's just me? No? And I was like, what? I spoke? And
I
like,
spoke!
Words came out of my
I
mouth.
actually can't remember if all three of them didn't hear me talk, but like MJ was like, no, dude, I've been back here looking down the hall, and I was like, no, you walked past me like 2 minutes ago, what the fuck?
Holy fucking shit.
Like, yeah, that happened.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
So, like I said, my brother also has this thing with ghosts, and they like to fuck with him, and my aunt, but like, so the middle bedroom in that house was my aunt's bedroom, but sometimes Tyson would stay in there too. And I don't know what actually, like, okay, so when my big brother was born, lights would flicker on and off when he cried because the ghosts were like, wake the fuck up and get this baby out of here. Like, doors would suddenly unlock and he would walk to a fucking park in the middle of the night. Like, just crazy shit would happen when he was little. So my grandpa blessed him so that the door would be closed, so he can open it at any time he wants. I suggest not doing it. I don't know if he has, but basically the door is closed so he can sense the energy of the ghosts around him. My grandpa did the same thing for me because something happened when I lived in my mom's house when I was little. But basically he can sense the energy of ghosts and like knows when they're there, but they don't fuck with him, which is super great to have. Just saying. So when he was little, this happened. Okay, so the ghosts like to fuck with my brother and my aunt and me and my mom. And in this middle bedroom was my aunt's bedroom, where Tyson sometimes stayed with her. And one night when they were staying in there, there was like these mirror, like, you know when like closets have those sliding doors. They were those, but they were mirrors basically. Yeah. So, the mirrors started shaking, and like my aunt was like, "Oh my God, it's an earthquake!" and like took Tyson under the bed with her, and like after it had stopped, she like came out and was like, "Did anyone else feel that earthquake?" And everyone was like, "What are you talking about?" No, there was no earthquake, and this wasn't like super early in the morning, so like people were awake and stuff. Like my grandma used to wake up at 7:30 every day and like start breakfast and shit. Like we were very like up and early, you know, whatever. And for the closet doors to shake as hard as they were, it would have had to been like the earthquake that just happened. You know what I mean? Like it was like ridiculous, like exactly like the earthquake that just happened this year.
Honestly,
in Utah.
Fuck that earthquake.
Fuck that earthquake!
I don't want to be on ladders anymore.
I still feel phantom shakes.
I do too.
Pisses me off. Fuck.
I felt all of the after fucking shocks too.
Oh yeah, I did
It
too.
sucked.
It was bad.
Well, like being in my apartment in Magna,
Yeah,
on
in
the
Magna,
third
on
fucking
the third
floor,
everything.
I felt everything. My apartment was destroyed when I got home too, so it was fun.
But anyway, so after that, they were like, okay, well, maybe they just didn't feel the earthquake, whatever. And like, my aunt worked nights and went to school. So, like, she was asleep during the day, basically. And if we ever wanted to go take a nap, we'd go chill with Aunt Lucy. And Tyson wanted to take a nap. And, like, I don't know the exact details, but basically when he went back in there and went to sleep, the same thing happened again, but it's just the mirror shaking. It's not like the bedroom, it's not the bed, it's not the floor, it's not the dresser, it's not the mirrors. I mean, it's not... like, she had this vanity with a bunch of, like... Okay, so the vanity was like this, and, like, the mirrors went out like this. So, like, it was the big mirrors, but it wasn't the vanity mirrors, is what it was. Yeah, so it wasn't anything else. It was just the fucking closet. And I don't know what the hell the ghost was doing, but it was just like, hey!
Maybe
it was trying to come through the mirrors.
I guess
Dude,
it was...
'cause
Mirrors are very
portals.
Yeah.
So what if there was literally like a ghost like pounding on its side of the portal, like, hey, let me in, like trying to get Tyson's attention?
I bet it was, because fucking ghosts, if they want in, they will contact.
Well,
the
there's
child.
a certain day of the year.
To let 'em in.
Yeah, well, there's a certain day of the year that ghosts can actually go through mirrors. This is a superstitious belief.
Is it an equinox or is it Halloween?
It's not Halloween. I think... I'm trying to remember.
Summer or winter equinox?
Girl, I don't know that much. I don't remember.
Fable
I
is
just
in
know
the
there's a
books.
day. We'd have to look it up, but I know there's a day. And it's a superstition in a certain culture, and they cover their mirrors on that day. Because if you happen to look in that mirror, you could get possessed by a spirit because they can come through that mirror on that day.
That's
Superstitious beliefs.
See, I hate that there is a mirror so close to my bed in my room. All I gotta do is like sleep that direction and I can just look into the mirror at night. And I am horrified that I'm gonna look in the mirror and something's gonna look back.
Ah, no.
It makes it hard to sleep, to be honest.
Move your bed. Fuck.
Where?
Somewhere else.
The only other place would be the door. Like,
That's fine.
I don't want to. No.
Just move it in the hallway.
Yeah, okay. Fuck, I'll just come sleep in here.
That's fine too. It's cute. You got
I've
little
slept in here.
lines.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. Wait, what'd you say?
I said I've slept in here. It's not that bad.
That was different. It was a bedroom then.
So yeah, that's my haunted childhood
Spooky
bedroom
spaghetti.
and house and not bedroom. But
Honestly,
I'll have to do another thing where I tell stories from my childhood homes that were haunted.
Yeah.
One time me and Lindy went to the Ted Bundy cellar and a ghost followed me home.
I still
Did it
have
really?
never been
Yeah.
there.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. I don't think it was a Ted Bundy victim or anything. Like,
I don't
it didn't.
think he killed anyone right there.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
He did?
Yeah.
Huh.
He kept a head in his house for over fucking 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah. You know what I really hope they find? His grave site in Washington.
What do
Because
you
they
mean
still have never
find?
found it.
Like his,
Where he has killed many more victims and he's actually...
Oh, I thought you meant where he's buried. And I was like, what do you
No.
mean? They don't know where they buried him?
Probably.
No, they didn't bury him. They cremated him
Yeah.
and scattered his ashes.
Or did they scatter his ashes?
Where he dumped most of his victims.
Like, was that in Utah?
What? No, the
No, it
lady
was
that
in-
he married, whatever the fuck her face is, knew.
Carol Boone.
Yeah. Carol Boone. She fucking knew where it was.
And she wouldn't tell anybody?
She hasn't.
Do you think her daughter knows?
I think she tries not to be associated.
Yeah, but, like, she was on his side before he got murdered.
The wife was, not the daughter.
Oh, yeah. I was talking about the wife. That's fine.
I was like, the daughter was probably...
There's a documentary on Amazon Prime,
Watch it.
and it's from the perspective of his daughter and his ex-girlfriend.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's it called? I'm watching
I
it right
can't
now.
remember.
It's really good. It's pretty prominent. Just look on Amazon Prime.
I think it's like from... Oh, what is it fucking called? Hang on. I'm going to look it up real quick because it's going
Yeah.
to piss me off. No, that's I Am Elizabeth Smart. Ted Bundy, Falling for a Killer.
Oh, okay.
Yes. It was really good.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I like that
It's a different perspective.
It had a perspective of one of the victims who survived. I didn't know that there was a victim who survived.
Oh,
Other than
yeah.
no,
Other
not
than
the one in
Utah
North Valley,
lady.
not the one in Murray, not her, a different one.
Wild.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah.
know that there was another one. Anyway,
Survival stories aren't as cool as death
I
stories.
beg to differ. I fucking
No, I'm saying
survival stories are insane.
popular media belief is like
You don't hear about them.
Yeah,
you,
that's true.
and you only hear about
Well,
the
she
murderer
also-
mainly. You don't hear about the victims,
Well,
which is something we need to change.
accurate, but also the survivor who just came out, she chose to do that. She didn't want the spotlight. She didn't want to be
Yeah.
focused. Like
Like the other lady.
I can't even fucking remember her name.
I know what she looks like, but I don't.
I know exactly what she looks like. I know she's from Murray, Utah.
I can see her face. I just can't.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name. I think it starts with an M.
Well, ghost stories are great. It makes me miss my childhood when, like, you know, shadow people would show up at my birthday party. And
Yeah, I don't miss that type of
I
shit.
don't miss any of that.
I miss
When
sitting in a circle telling ghost stories.
Oh, I do that to this day.
Yeah, well, we're doing it right now.
Mikey could use, like, a dose of haunting, like, once a month.
Dude, are you good?
Yeah, why?
You know what? This is why you would die in a horror movie.
Will I die or will I be experienced? Shut
You
the fuck up!
welcome the bad energy, Lindy.
I don't
You
welcome it.
You want to be haunted.
Nobody said by a bad ghost. Damn.
Okay, to be fair, I do want, when I buy a house, I want it to be haunted with just a chill ghost.
Dude, what if it's a ghost who's, like, really into gardening and home decor?
Dude, that's my guy.
It would be, but also
My bitch.
I would literally move the fuck out, even if I
wouldn't.
owed so much. I can't. No good or bad spirits. No.
Nah, good
for
spirits are fine.
me. I don't
Good.
know. I don't want any of it.
I mean,
I just want a clean fucking house. With no energy but my own to fuck up.
I just sit back and look at all the things, like, all the times we had weird things happen at Michaela's house, like, the or the
I don't
shadow
want
person.
Anything like that. But, like, I can tell, like, whenever I'm in places that are haunted, I can feel the energy and I can tell whether it's bad or good, and it's a really nice skill to have.
I can feel it too.
Is that a skill or
But
is that a
Let me
gift?
tell you, like,
I don't think it's a skill or a gift. I think it happens when you grow up in an
Like,
abusive household.
the
It's
demon,
a survival tactic.
The demon voice that I caught at Natalie's house was just insane, and I wish I still had it on my stupid iPod. Fucking crashed, but, like, I had a recording, and every time I showed people, they'd, like, lose their shit.
Yeah, you grow up in abusive households. You learn how to fucking survive by learning how to read people.
Or did I just experience a lifetime's worth of trauma before even turning 21, causing me to notice every warning sign of bad situations and know when people are going through things before they even do, and also attracting people to tell me about their problems because they assume I've already gone through it before because I'm in a constant state of cycling through every extreme version of every emotion a human can feel.
Olivia
Yes.
Crump. But also, okay,
I saw that one.
that type of empath refers to, like, human energy.
Yeah,
If it's supernatural, it's different.
yeah,
It's different. It's completely different.
yeah.
So when you can feel energy of spirits and things, it's not the same as
Feeling human energy, yeah.
So
I'm really good at feeling human energy, but I've never really noticed spirit energy.
I
as much.
can feel human energy that's been left behind just because of feeling what I've had to feel. You kind of feel, it's like you feel it in the air. Even if no one's there, you can still feel it, but it's different than spiritual energy. Feeling spirits is much different.
Yeah.
should we listen to Burt McCracken being a pretentious douche?
Twitch pulses of kindness.
No one cares that you can do spoken word poetry, Bert. You're a
I-
fucking douche.
Every time I hear
Call
spoken word poetry, I think of Israel Keys, and
What a
I
good name.
I can't. I just fucking can't.
Yikes, that motherfucker.
Well,
Well,
it's been a pretty long episode of bullshitting ghost stories.
it's a
10
good episode to
10.
come back on.
Honestly, I felt good. It was like a nice little hangout, catch back up.
Yeah.
Before we dive into the stories again.
The more fucked up stories.
Yeah.
I enjoy it.
I enjoy it too. This is nice.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
listening to our shit show.
What'd you say?
I said thanks for listening to our shit show.
Yes.
Oh, that's a good podcast name.
Fuck.
Change it right now.
The shit show. But thank you guys so much for listening. Please stay safe, stay socially distant, stay rad.
Stay lit, fam.
Stay
Try
lit,
and
fam.
do something that keeps you at peace of mind. And if you can't,
Listen to our
Just go
podcast.
crazy. Yeah, do that too.
If you can't listen to our podcast. If you can listen to our podcast. The anarchy flag fell.
I thought the lights moved by themselves, and I just about had a fucking heart attack.
No, it was the flag.
Oh,
It
Yeah.
fell off the tack.
I'll have to fix it.
Anyway, ghosts are attacking us because we started attacking them.
I wasn't attacking them. I was telling them.
Bad vibes!
Bad vibes!
I was giving them a voice.
Anyway, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Wicked Witches Podcast. Email us at
Yes.
wickedwitchespodcast@gmail.com. Send us your stories. Send us your pictures. Send us your whatever. I don't care. Send me
Yeah,
your
you could
recipes.
just talk to us.
If you guys know,
We
any,
probably won't respond,
like,
or we probably will.
Good, like cleaners that make the white part of your shoes really white again.
Magic erasers.
Yeah,
Hit me up, please.
magic erasers.
Magic erasers.
Fucker magic erasers.
You've never.
Oh my
Okay,
god.
we're gonna end the podcast right now and go get some magic erasers for Lindy.
Yes, okay.
Straight up, a magic eraser is this fucking sponge.
Witch, please!
I forgot that was the end.
Witch, please!
Yeah, we did it.